He's done for, I'm afraid. No more pulling the express for him. We think it's the high-pressure boiler that Sir Nigel gave him that's causing all the trouble.
Why would anyone give an engine a boiler like that? It's like they practically wanted him to die before he even was made.
Who knows why anyone treats their engines the way they do? Some people I've observed yell at them.
No, Percy! The answer is no! It's nice to be back, isn't it, Bennett? Certainly. Now that the weather's on our side again, we can finally get to work in those mines. I'm overdue on replacing the ballast under the rails, and since Sam Ruffy has no intention of selling to me again, what's inside those mines is my only option. Well, the gang's all here. This is like a little reunion from last year. Remember last year, Burnett, when Sir Topham Hatt tried to shoot up Percival, and then he himself got shot, and you had to take the railway over even though you didn't want to? Good times. And this is only a fraction of the unmined stones inside. Stone's Ballast Company will be up and running soon, and I'll never have to give another penny to another company. I'll have total control. What is it, Meredith? I'm on break.
Sir, I was in the process of filing taxes for last year, and I'm not seeing the bill for Mr. Burnett Stone.
Oh, that's right. I broke it off with him.
You broke it off?
I'm not doing business with him anymore. My poor little Scruffy perished on his railway last summer, and my conscience simply won't allow me to do business with him anymore.
You broke it off with our biggest client? Don't you understand how important Burnett Stone is to this company? He's the only person on Sodor who purchases ballast, and he buys it by the ton. We can't afford not to sell to him.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? How much money have we brought in since the summer?
£3.45.
Now, I'm still trying to figure out where exactly the engines will be made. I have looked into various locations on the mainland, but none of them appear willing to take in such a complicated custom job. Not within my price range, anyway.
What about keeping it here on Sodor?
Well, I can't think of anyone or anywhere suited for the job, but I do like the idea of building engines on Sodor.
Vertical integration?
Exactly.
I think you should.
Mr. Stone, it's been entirely too long since I've seen you. How have you been?
Oh, hello there, Sam. Is there something I can do for you?
I've been doing some thinking recently, and I've reconsidered about the ballast.
You've reconsidered?
I think we should put the whole ordeal behind us and move forward together, business partners.
I appreciate the offer, Sam, but there's no need.
No need? Of course there's a need.
Well,
as you see, I've struck ballast myself. I've got my very own company now. But you can't compete with my ballast! I've been at this for years and years! I think I can manage quite well. Come on, Burnett! You need me! We've been working together for years now. You can't just throw me out like this. If memory serves, you were the one who threw me out. Well, you'll come to your senses soon, Mr. Stone, and I await your call. Goodbye, Mr. Ruffy.
Oh, Michelle, you kill me.
I didn't say anything.
I know, it's just your demeanor. You're a class act, Michelle. Another cup of tea. Hey, Burnett, I'm gonna head to the bathroom. Ask the server to top off my Shirley Temple if she swings by. You know what I'm saying? Michelle.
Any updates on the ballast situation?
Oh, it's great. We started spreading the other day, but it's really going to improve once we get those miniature engines. See, they can get into places other engines can't reach. But the question is, how do we make them?
Who gave that front loader his overhaul last year?
Well, that was Roger Abbey, but he's a mechanic, not an engineer.
Can't he build anything?
He can fix anything.
Isn't fixing something just putting it together correctly?
The engines would have to be built from scratch.
Then get someone to design the blueprints for them.
I don't know anyone perfect for the job.
Who's been designing all your other engines?
No one. Their existing models I either inherited from HAT or purchased from other railways.
Other railways?
But the train passed over me just fine. I don't really know what happened next, except my shovel was badly injured. But then he had me overhaul and it fixed up everything and I feel great now.
Louis, nice to meet you.
Oh, hey, Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing great. Could I ask you a question or two?
About what?
I've been long since admiring your vehicles. I also understand you have a railway back in Ireland.
Right?
Have you ever had an engine designed?
You mean like a custom?
Precisely.
Come to think of it, yes. My number 10 had a modification made so we could clear away branches.
And who made this modification?
Well, Jenny and I hired someone.
Who did you hire?
I don't really remember. You might have to ask Jenny about that one.
Why, Mrs. Packard, fancy seeing you here. I can see you're busy, so I won't keep you, but I have to ask. What's the full name and contact of the individual who designed its unorthodox modification? Got it.
Wait, what?
Werner Obolinski,
Who?
the designer and patent holder of the hydraulic claw, fixed upon the Class 42 warship number 10, currently in use at the Packard & Sons logging railway.
Did you?
Yes, he lives in Glasgow, and he's very excited to meet you.
You spoke to him?
Our flight is tomorrow. He simply insisted we visit him in order for you to best describe precisely what you want.
Wait. You're saying he agreed?
He's highly curious about the project, and about you.
Okay. So you're seriously sure you want to let me run the entire railway while you're gone? I never said that. Burnett, I kid, okay? Do you seriously think a laid-back guy like me wants to deal with the angry passengers, the irritable tender engines, the extraordinarily ever so obnoxious complaints from the citizens? Not on our lives. But you have fun on your trip.
Ah, Mr. Stone. An absolute pleasure meeting you. Come, come. I understand you both have come of considerable distance to see me?
Why, yes, Mr. Obolensky. I believe it was your insistence that we...
There was simply no other way to explain the project we have for you.
Well, I must say that I'm more than slightly surprised you asked to speak with me. I know you've had some less than pleasant experiences in the past with one of my creations.
Well, it wasn't exactly a fault on your part.
You know, I never intended that claw to be used maliciously. When Lewis Packard asked me to make it for him, I designed it purely for the purpose of picking up trees. It was only when that engine came to Sodor that the trouble started.
Sodor is an unusual place.
Sodor has a very strange effect over engines and people.
So, Mr. Stone, what can I do for you? I'm in the process of creating a minimum gauge railway using existing locomotives as a basis, but I don't have the designs for them yet.
You want me to design engines for your railway?
Well, yes, I know how I can build them. I just need the... Well, I was thinking about the Class P1 Mineral 282 Mikado as a basis.
Mikado? Excellent choice.
So you'll do it?
With time. How many engines would you like?
That went surprisingly well.
I told you this would be simple.
Burnett, there you are. Oh, it's terrible. Your assistant, Alan, has gone berserk. He's replaced you and taken over the railway. Sodor has fallen to anarchy. Corpses line the streets.
What?
Oh, you should have seen the look on your face. I'm kidding. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. You know, the weather's been super great too lately. How was your trip?
We got a lot accomplished. Mr. Obolensky proved himself to be a very agreeable man. Although, with Burnett's place in society, I can hardly imagine he'd say no.
What place in society?
We're at the top, Burnett. People like Mr. Obolensky know an enterprising entrepreneur when they see one.
I guess you're right.
Not much to report, really. I mostly stand by and help out when I'm needed. I suppose I'm most valuable with braking.
And what would you say has been your biggest inspiration?
I would say the William Tell Overture. I find myself humming it quite a lot, really. It gives me a lot of inspiration. I think Thomas told me about it.
Do you have any hopes or aspirations for the future?
Well, don't tell anyone. It's not really public information. But between you and me, I'd really like to go forwards for a change.
Michelle, there you are. Mr. Obolensky mailed the blueprints.
Oh, all of them?
All of them.
Wow. So now we contact Abby.
I already have. He's more than excited to begin work.
He's up for it?
Of course. I'm at the top.